Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table GTA. This episode is going to be Stress Part 2. The reason why I'm doing Stress Part 2 is, again, I've been stressed. So, you guys are going to hear a little bit about it and what I've been doing to actually deal with my stress this time. I kind of focused on what was happening. Sometimes when you're stressed out, you don't realize it until it builds up. Like for me, I have a pretty high tolerance with a lot of BS just from the things that I've gone through in my life. So I'm usually looking to the positive side or, giving someone the consideration or just looking at how they're probably dealing with it or finding a reason for someone else's behavior. But I got to the point where I was just realizing that this is not for me and I need to start dealing with stuff. And like I was talking about in another episode, I feel like this year is a year where people and things and my environment are just kind of like forcing my hand. So without getting into too much detail, I realized I started stress eating more than I usually do because in the winter months, winter depression, all that, I just focus on that food, right? And even when I was talking about certain subjects, there's been so much controversial stuff and just how I kind of went off on it, I realized that I'm not being 100% myself and this is probably stress related. So I started eating less because I was eating I could say maybe 3k calories. I was just eating too much. I was spending money on food a lot. I was just eating when I was upset too, so I packed on a couple of pounds, but it's healthy weight, so I'm pretty I'm a lean guy. I guess lean would be a nice way to say skinny, but I'm a lean guy, so even when I eat a lot, people are like, oh yeah, you look fine, because I look like the average person, but I could feel the weight and it's something that's just not me. But at the same time, now I could use what I was stressing out about to make my body look into a better shape because I'm not too lean anymore, even though the weight isn't huge, right? But like I was talking with someone else, most people in my family are slim, right? There's no one really big in my family, so for me to get big, which I'm not even big right now, it's so strange. Even being average is strange. My dad still pretty thin, even though he's hitting those senior ages. But when stress hits you and when you realize it, that's your time to mold and to change things too. It's another view of awareness where you got to stop and think, what is stressing me out and what am I going to do about it? I was talking to a friend of mine and they were talking to me about, when I complain about certain stuff, and I'm the type of person, ultimately, this is what they're saying, that if I really want to do something, I'm going to go and do it, right? That's how we ended up in Japan. That's how we had so many crazy parties. That's how I have a bunch of different adventures that I'm not going to talk about on the podcast. Some I could talk about on the podcast, but everything else is, if you were there, you were there. You know what I'm saying? So just taking that control in your life, I feel like it's giving me a little bit more energy. I wouldn't even say a little bit, a lot more energy. I've been up since 8 p.m. and it's almost 8 a.m. right now because I work nights, and the amount of energy that I have is all there because I took off so much stress from myself, and now my body is feeling back to normal. I'm super chatty. I was just bugging people, saying good morning and everything, and it's great. So what you guys can do to deal with your stress is just try to find out what is stressing you out and get it off your chest. Recently I've just been getting a lot of stuff off my chest, and like I said, I deal with a lot of stuff. I wait till I kind of explode, and yeah, after I exploded, I feel great because I just got rid of all that toxic energy, all that uneasiness, all that stuff that I needed to let people know potentially, right? Or some type of outlet. And just from watching the finale of Euphoria, I won't say any spoilers if you are watching Euphoria, so it's still safe. Sometimes you have to do something, and sometimes you'll think, what if someone hates me? Or what if people don't take it the way that you intend it to, right? And realistically, if it's stressing you out, if it's bothering you, it doesn't matter how they're going to take it, right? You need to do it for yourself, and that's going to help you grow. You can't be stunting your growth for everybody else. You can't be drowning just to make sure that everybody's above water, because when you're gone, depending on where it is, life goes on. It's a sad thing to say, but life goes on. I had to do that pause for drama. But life will go on. It's not saying that you aren't important. You are important. You might be a key factor to why things are going well, or things where people are more happy, or things just go the right way. But at the same time, if you're giving up everything and you're getting nothing and you're suffocating yourself, it's not going to help you, right? So do what you can to handle your stress. Take the time to realize what's stressing you out, and do what you can to change that so that you could be 100% version of you, whatever that is. And you'll see that people will notice that change. People appreciate that change. Some people won't. But ultimately, if it's making you feel better and it's a good thing, keep doing it. Anyways, that's it. Stress part 2. Hopefully more episodes. I got a lot of stress off my chest, so you guys are going to see more constant things. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great day. We're marching into the springtime, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.